Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Being the Best Version of Yourself. I'm your host, Dr. Carey Heller, and I'm thrilled that you're joining me today. We often talk about strategies for personal growth and effective communication, but today we're diving into a topic that's close to my heart and affects so many of you, navigating fatherhood with ADHD. Specifically, we're talking to all the amazing, often overwhelmed ADHD dads out there. You guys juggle work, family, and the unique challenges that come with neurodiversity. And let's be honest, sometimes that juggling act leads to, well, let's call it constructive feedback from our partners about things not getting done. In other words, nagging. So today, we're not here to point fingers or assign blame. We're here to offer practical, actionable strategies to help you not only get more done, but also foster better communication and reduce that nagging cycle. We'll explore how to thrive as ADHD dads, and it starts with understanding ourselves and our needs. So grab your favorite beverage, maybe fidget with something if that helps with focusing for you, and let's dive in. Okay, so let's start with a fundamental principle that often gets overlooked when you're busy trying to keep all things on your plate spinning, putting your own oxygen mask on first. You've heard it before in airplanes, but it's incredibly relevant here. As ADHD dads, we often operate on a high level of mental energy, and when we're depleted, everything becomes harder. So a simple tip for self-care. This doesn't need to be a grand gesture. Think small, consistent wins. Can you carve out 10 to 15 minutes each day for something just for you? Maybe it's listening to a podcast, hopefully this one, going for a short walk, meditating, or engaging in a hobby you enjoy. This isn't selfish, it's essential fuel. When you're feeling more regulated and less overwhelmed, you'll be better equipped to handle everything else. So now, let's talk about the heart of the matter, getting things done and reducing the need for reminders, or let's be frank, nagging. ADHD often impacts executive functions like planning, organization, and task initiation. Again, this isn't a character flaw, it's how our brains are wired. So how can we work with our brains and not against them? Okay, so a simple tip we're going to look at for parenting and household tasks, the power of visuals and breaking it down. So instead of vague requests like clean your room, try creating visual checklists with your kids or even yourself. Break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, clean your room could become 1, put dirty dishes in the hamper. Sorry, put dirty clothes in the hamper. Put toys in the toy bin. Make the bed and put books on the shelf. A couple of very simple things. For yourself, if the laundry feels overwhelming, break it down. Monday, maybe wash the whites. Tuesday, wash colors. Wednesday, fold and put away. Or plan enough time maybe on Tuesday night to fold and put away after you've done it before you go to bed. Visual reminders, like a whiteboard or notes on your phone, can be incredibly helpful for bypassing that out of sight, out of mind tendency. Finally, let's address the dynamic with your significant other and to reduce the feeling of being constantly reminded. This often stems from a breakdown in communication and expectations. So a simple tip for dealing with your significant other, we'll call this the collaborative conversation. Instead of getting defensive when you feel like you're being nagged, try to initiate a calm, open conversation. Start by acknowledging their feelings. For example, I understand it can be frustrating when things don't get done. Then collaboratively brainstorm solutions. So instead of saying, just tell me what you want me to do, try saying, I want to be more proactive. Can we sit down and make a list of household tasks and discuss who is responsible for what and by when? This shows initiative and a willingness to work together. During this conversation, be honest about your challenges with executive functioning. Explain that reminders can sometimes feel overwhelming, even if you understand the intention. Ask your partner for their understanding and support implementing strategies like visual reminders or shared digital to-do lists. The key here is to shift from a dynamic of nagging and defensiveness to one of collaboration and mutual support. When your partner feels like you're actively working on it and taking responsibility, the need for constant reminders often diminishes. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. There will still be times when things slip through the cracks. The important thing is to have open communication, utilize strategies that work for your ADHD brain, and consistently show effort. And for our partners listening in, remember that nagging often comes from a place of wanting to feel supported and have a balanced household. Approaching these conversations with empathy and a willingness to find solutions together will be much more effective than repeated reminders. Being an ADHD dad is a unique and often rewarding experience. You bring creativity, energy, and a different perspective to parenting. By understanding your strengths and challenges, implementing practical strategies, and fostering open communication, you can not only get more done, but also thrive in your role and build stronger relationships. Don't forget to prioritize your own well being. You can pour from an empty cup, or you can't pour from an empty cup. So take those small moments for yourself, break down tasks, and engage in collaborative conversations with your partner. You've got this. Thank you for tuning in to being the best version of yourself. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with other ADHD dads who might benefit. You can find more resources and information on my website at hellerpsychologygroup.com. Join me next time as we delve into another aspect of living your best life. Until then, take care and remember to be kind to yourselves.